Hello, everybody. Hit like now, says Rat Madness. Hi. Impromptu stream. So John Oxer's not streaming today. He normally streams at 10 o'clock. And, well, I'll talk about how my voice sounds in a moment. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff to do, some boards to build. And I thought instead of sitting in here just building by myself with music on, I'd stream it. So yes, it's a surprise stream. And I'm sick. I've got massive sinus infection. You can probably hear in my voice. So I'm going to see how I go. I'll do the best I can for as long as I can. And if I can't keep talking anymore, I'll have to stop. Got my aloe vera tissues. I'm going to go through those on the stream. Hopefully I'll remember to mute before I blow my nose. I've got my coffee, which I probably shouldn't be drinking. So yeah. So hello. It's an impromptu stream. I got a whole bunch of PCBs from JLC PCB on Friday. And I got some stuff I can show as well. So I've got one board that I'm waiting for my stream next week. Hey, Peter. So my Wednesday stream, I'm going to build a new microcontroller board that none of you have seen before, except for my patrons. If you want to see stuff in advance, check out my Patron, link down below. Yep. But I've got my... Where are they? My new and hopefully final revisions. Hey, Christos. Final revisions of my TinyI2Counter board. So this is V2. And my V3 of my, which is hopefully the final of my clock. So I need to build these. Snort copious quantities of warm saline. Yeah, well, it's sinus. Yeah, I get sinus infections every year. So I mentioned the other week we had a sick house here, and I thought I'd dodged the bullet getting sick. But on Thursday, I wasn't feeling too good. Friday, I was pretty sick. Yesterday, like, it's been getting worse. I'm still... So it's shifting towards a sinus infection, which I get all the time. I've had nasal surgery before to try to open up the passages, and it's helped a little. It's reduced how long I have infections for. I used to get sinus infections for like 7 to 10 days. Now I only get them for like 3 or 4. So that's good, but they haven't eliminated them. Anyway, so I want to build my counter board today. Because I've never had a working counter board yet. And I want to start working on the firmware for them. But before I do, I've got something to show you. So the other thing that turned up was my revision 1, which I'm going to have to change. Test jig board. So yesterday, because I was feeling sorry for myself, I built one. So I thought I could start working on the firmware, which I have, which is great. I can't build I only got one TinyPico adapter board. I can't build that yet because the EEPROM that I need for it is still on the way from LCSC. They're not here yet. Hey, Brian. Oh, really? That's really cool. Is it just on all the time, is it, Brian? I didn't know. Oh, boy. I need to do I need to make a scene that I can switch to that's a nose blowing scene. I don't know. Again, apologize if I need a tissue and I can't mute it in time. I'm sorry. You're going to have to live with it. It's either that or I won't stream. So, anyway, I built one of my adapter boards, so I'm going to show you now. Oh, you were testing it. Cool. So, here is adapter board. So what I've done for now to make sure the USBs will fit is I didn't stick it on the case, right? Because it doesn't, right? We know that. But it does fit on just a Pi. So I've got an old test jig base for my second Raspberry Pi, my second TinyPico test jig. Need a picture of a foghorn. Yeah, it's the sneezing and the coughing right now. Like my throat's just terrible. I haven't cleaned these. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to clean them. It's just a temporary board. Hey, Bruce. All vaxxed up and ready to rumble. Okay, enjoy. Stay safe. So what I've done, this screen here is just got blue tack holding it on. So I've built everything except for the mechanical. I didn't put the mechanical key on. I've only got 10 of them. I know I could resolder it. I didn't really want to waste it, but whatever I can. I've got the RGB. I haven't tried out the speaker yet, actually. But I've got everything else on, except for the adapter board stuff. And I have to do a complete rewrite of the firmware for this, like a complete rewrite. So that's what I've been working on. Because with the current test jigs, they're all still one code base per test jig for the board that they're doing. And this has to all be happening together. Big change to the library this evening. I moved to a callback approach, which is way more memory efficient. It compresses all the messages that come back. That's awesome. Yeah, callbacks are great. Callbacks are good. So anyway, I'm going to plug this in and show you what I've done. It took me a while to get the screen working properly because none of the libraries I could find were... here we go, it's going to boot up. None of the libraries I could find were set to do with the right invert and color space and everything for the screen. So I'm making some good progress. I need to let it boot, and then it doesn't boot into the test jig software. I just need to SSH into it. Just give me a second. Still the same bubble as always, and their place has AC. Okay, that means the AC is going to push it all around, right? So I'm just waiting for the Wi-Fi to become enabled. That goes. Log in. Okay. Just say booting. Oh, did that say booting? I didn't see that. Anyway, so I've got the extra button over here now, which I didn't have before, right? As well as the button here for starting the test. So you might be able to see. So the stuff I've been working on, it should be falling over right now because it can't find an adapter, and I'll show you that in a second, but I'll bypass that for the moment. So it's looking for a load board, right? Looking for the ground connection on an actual board, right? It's assuming there's an adapter there. But I can now see, I can do a full test, I can do a quick test, I can do an erase flash on a board, and I can just do the I/O and Wi-Fi test on an existing board that's already connected there. So if I want to rerun a board, and check again, like if I think there's a false negative for the I/O check or something, I can leave the board in there and just tell it to run the I/O test again. And I can add as many things as I want to this, right? So I've still got the shutdown here. Yeah, I'm filling in John's spot just for today. Although I shouldn't be because I'm sick. But anyway. Hey, Cable Tie. So yeah, I've got the power shutdown here, and then you can see here the RGB LEDs working. As I said, I still have to play with the speaker. But I'm pretty sure that's going to work. So it's finding the MCP 23017s, which is great. It's finding and controlling the power switch over here. So if I plug a board in, there'll be no power to the board. Right? Because this is turned off right now. And stuff like that, right? Yeah, I got my cold's turned into a full-on sinus infection. What I'm going to do though is put the actual board adapter check in, put it back on. Yeah, so I'm rewriting everything, abstracting out all of the adapter boards into a board class, and where every adapter board controls its own sequence and knows what it needs to do, and all the I/O tests. So the main test jig just queries the adapter board to say, what do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? Stuff like that. But it's a pretty major change to how everything works. Where's that line of code? That one here. Okay. So what it should be doing, but I'm bypassing right now, is Control X, Y. Why is my terminal session just hung? That sucks. Did it come back? It did. Okay. What it should be doing is this. Booting and no adapter. Oh, you can't see that. It's white text on black. On red. Hang on. There we go. No adapter and a red LED. And I want to make it flash. Catch you later, Brian. Thanks for popping in and say hi. This is just impromptu. I'm just going to build some boards. No big deal. Hope you have a good night's sleep. Yeah, I need to get that running as well, Brian, because I missed BitLooney's stream yesterday. Or yesterday, the day before. And even John Ox's stream, he did, because he couldn't do today, he did one a couple of days ago, and I didn't even know. Completely missed it. Anyway, so that's letting me know there's no adapter plugged in. So yeah, I'm slowly chipping away at the firmware, but I want to check everything on the board first to 100% make sure everything works before I get the new board made. I don't want to put the new board in and then find out afterwards that there's a problem. Now, this in itself works. Like, I've got 4 connections here holding this down, right? And if I put my Stilt ID on this end, this can technically work as it is. Like, this could be a spare test jig, or it could be my development test jig. But the problem with this is there's no heat sinks or anything underneath. I mean, I've got some heat sinks on the actual chips, but it's not enough. So this here gets really warm because of the heat from the Pi, which is what this is designed to fix, right? This is all one big heatsink. So this is supposed to remove all the heat build-up. Because on my existing test jigs, I get a lot of heat on them. Okay, so let's just power this down. Shut down. I even turn the screen off when it shuts down. The backlight and stuff. What? Shank of the evening. What is that? Hey, Johnny. Oh, 2:35 in the morning. Go to sleep, Johnny. Don't you ever sleep? Okay, so that's that. That's pretty cool. I'm quite excited about that. I wish I had the adapter. Oh, by the way, I've got my Pogos. My new Pogos, and they fit. They fit in these little tiny holes. I need to print a 3D jig to actually solder them, though, to hold them still. But, yeah, I just need these EEPROMs to come, and then I'm good. Then I can make an adapter and then continue the coding. Have you made any changes to help them last longer? The Pogos? Yes, yeah. So I'm using these new Pogos. You're not going to be able to see. They're really tiny, but hang on. How close can I get? Get a bit more light again. Okay. Is in. What? Is in? Right. Oh, is Defrom... Is he streaming as well, is he? I didn't realise. I didn't look. I didn't look to see who was streaming. I just thought I'd stream. For as long as I can. So that's them there. Oops. You can't even see it. They're little. Oh my god, it stuck to my finger. They're little tackers, right? And so, you might be able to see on the pad, there's a little tiny hole with a big annular. And so they get soldered in like this. So I need to do a jig to hold them in place. But the nice thing about these is they've got their max limit they can push is protected, but the part of the 3D jig that I've got the holes here for. So the idea is that this will... Let me put this away before I lose it. He's been streaming 5 hours. What? What's he streaming? Jesus. So this goes here, right? Plugs in, and that gets held from 3 lots of header pins, and then these holes here will hold a 3D printed jig that sits on top that will be the guide for the board being placed in, right? So instead of doing the acrylic cut like I do now for the board, and I have to do a custom one, and then it's a pain because it's the acrylic stuff's connected to this and not to this. This will have a 3D print, and then the inside here will be raised so the board can only get pushed down a certain distance. Yeah, I'm not going to use my finger to hold them in. No, that'd be silly. So that's the plan, but I need to design that still. Lots of designing to do. Like I still have to design a mount here for the for this to go on, but I can't really do that until I've got this in place with the adapters in to see exactly how high the board is, so I know how high I need to print this mount. Right, but it's designed now that all of the boards sit in the center. See the Tiny Picos in the center, so this will sit like that, and it'll be in the center for each board. And I'll be able to clamp it down quite hard because there's going to be something underneath that stops the board from going all the way down. So far we've seen him do 2 mailbox videos. Okay, and now he's moved to repair. Okay, cool. So anyway, that's the plan. And I might also, I've been looking at getting some longer clamps, the ones that have got a longer end with an adjustable section. But I don't know, because I've already got a bunch of these, so I might just use these for now. Okay, so that's the test jig. Yay, let's do a clock board. So I need to stencil one up. So not a clock, I'm going to do a counter. Because I haven't done the counter. I haven't got a working counter. I have a working clock. It's that bodge one I did, but it works. Awesome, thanks for the squirrel. No, that wasn't a squirrel. That was my intent. Oh, you mean the pogos? Yeah, no, that wasn't a squirrel. That's all part of the same thing. A squirrel would be me discussing the colour of these and why they're this colour and how they make them and the type of spring and then the different things. That'd be a squirrel. This is just a CEO with a blocked nose. Trying to, I don't even know what I'm doing. So, there was a staple stuck in there. That hurt. Hey Alan, how you doing? How am I feeling? Crap. Really crap. Thanks for asking though. Yeah. Not good at all. But I'll survive, as Gloria Gaynor always said. Okay, so that is the counter board. Goes in there. That's interesting. Where's my clock board? This should be the same size. So I made my counter and the clock the same size. Oh, okay, they're both. That's fine. So I just need to adjust that. Yeah, okay, all good. Phew. Hey Jeff. Hey Adam. Yeah, I don't want to mimic John, though. But if I can avoid it. Okay, I'm going to have to do this under my microscope. I've not set up my new microscope yet. I've been meaning to get to IKEA to get an articulated arm to mount it on. But I haven't had time. We're in lockdown, and then I've been sick, and so yeah, I haven't. So I still can't plug both in. I'll have to move from the DSLR to the microscope when I'm building. Hey, Wagon Loads. How are you feeling, Alan? So I realised that I was over at your place the other day, pre me being sick. I hope I didn't pass something on to you before I came down with it while I was incubating. I hope you're okay. You're peachy? Good. What happened to the old microscope? Nothing. It's still on the... No. Camera. I've got a Raspberry Pi with a microscope lens. So, which I'm going to use for streams. I've still got the other camera on. I'm keeping my microscope. It's not a normal cold. No, it's now sinus infection. I'm just going to mute for a second, folks. Sorry, don't want you to see that. Seems a bit shimmery. What's shimmery? The picture? Maybe. Okay, I need to just line this up over here. Just bear with me a second. Snot cam. Yeah, it's not good. I'd rather not show you all snot cam. Just want to take this down, get it in the right spot so I don't have to redo it, because that'd really suck. And really small pads, so it's just easier to do this on under my microscope. Except it's blurry. Oh, there we go. Because I moved it. Oh, excellent. It's bent. The stencil bent. Or did I make these boards thinner? Oh, no. I pushed it underneath. Let's try that again. Sorry. This isn't really that exciting, but... Like, I wish I could tell you it was, but... Lining up stencils is boring. But oh so important. Okay, good. We're lined up. We are lined up. You might not be able to see. No, but... Why is that? Right, for some reason this is bowing. This one here's bent. That's really annoying. Why is that board, that PCB bent? Because it's lifting the stencil off. It's going to be an absolute pain. If I tape it there, it's going to have the thickness of the tape, but maybe that's preferable. Again, it's just a prototype board. It's not going to stop it from working. Is that better? I think that's a bit better. Let me just check it's in the right spot. Again, because I moved it. Yep, that's good. Okay. I'm going to do low temp paste just because it's easier to fix if there's any issues. Ugh. That needs a good stir. That needs a good stir. It's been freezing in here. So we've been really cold weather. And so I didn't really give my office enough time to warm up. And this paste is like solid. Wow. Like, look at it. It's like, ugh. It should be much wetter. Hey, Death Shaker. How are you? Been seeing you for a while. Hope you're well. Okay, I'm going to try with this viscosity paste, but I'm probably going to regret it. But, you know, you only live once, and that is a lot of paste. Doesn't matter. I got 5 boards. I just need one working one. I don't want to throw the rest away, but, you know, can you warm up your paste? Yeah, well, you got to let it get to room temperature. And I had the heater on before to warm up the room a bit, but it's still cold in here. The shaker's been working hard, living the life. Okay. What I should probably do then, because it's so thick, I'm going to stick the bottom of the stencil down so it doesn't shift as I'm sliding it. This could go badly, folks, but it might be fine. I'm just going to go. I'm going to check it under the microscope. I don't get electro-polished stencils for prototypes, so you might have heard some scraping noise then. That's the burrs on the. Ooh. I think that looks good. So let me take it off. Yeah, that's good. And it's almost Almost nicely aligned. Wow. Shock horror. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly put my paste back. Catch you later, cable tie, no problem. No requirement on a Sunday for you to be hanging out here. I'm doing this stuff anyway, I might as well do it on the stream. Okay. No, I don't. No, you can't put your paste on a heating pad. You don't want to artificially warm it. That's not good. No. You want to, oh, you going, Adam? Or are you saying bye to, cable tie? No, you just need to let it naturally get up to room temperature. Hey, Kuka737. Okay, I'm going to switch cameras so you can watch me assemble it. To do that, I need to, let me go back to here. Right now, I've only got one adapter that I can plug in at a time, which is a bit annoying. So I need to unplug that. Plug that in. And then hope that I get some picture from my microscope in a second. Any moment now. There we go. And it's a little blurry. I think I've still got a manual focus. I'm not sure. Just going to blur it more. Okay. I think it'll be okay. Now, I don't even have everything out that I need. Oh, okay, Adam, right, that was to cable tie. Cool. Okay, I'm going to move my chat. There's actually, the sun's out outside, which looks kind of nice. It's not warm outside. It's totally fake and teasing. But, okay. I need to try to keep stuff together. Okay, I need to get my box of goodies. If I can find where I put them. Okay, it's a lot of LEDs to place like last time. I'm just going to turn my camera off. Okay, so I've got a bunch of LEDs. I've got caps there, and I've got my AT-Tiny, and I've got what? Oh, right, okay. And then I think I've got everything else I need here. My resistor networks are there. Cool. Cool. Now I just better bring up my board just to make sure I'm putting on the LEDs the right way around, because that'll be really embarrassing if I don't. Okay. Top. So I'm just getting it ready. Excellent. And back to here. Hey, Intimate Tech, how you doing? Yes, unexpected stream. I'm assembling boards, so I thought I'd do it live, just for shits and giggles. What I might do is get some of the... Where's my mouse? I'm going to see if I can fix this focus a bit. The colours don't help at all. Yeah, it's on manual focus. See, that thinks that's autofocus, but does it look any better? Maybe. Okay. I hope that's better. I'm going to start with a couple of things that aren't LEDs, if I can get to them. My desk isn't really set up for this. My own fault. Okay, we're going to start off with a FET. I could use the turntable, but it's got stuff on it. Stuff I've prepared for another board, so I'm not going to take it off. Okay, then I've got 100K. Stuck in my tweezers. So the bias. I'm going to put all this stuff, all the small fiddly stuff on first. So many Canucks. Hey Sebastian. Hey. Who else is here? Hey Greg. Yes, good morning. I thought I'd dazzle everyone with my terrible sounding voice and terribly bad assembly skills. Okay, so that's the resistor network. Now I need a 0.10402. Come on, Tweezies. Give them a clean. Okay, that is a 0.1, and then I need a 10 microfarad. 0603. Okay. That holds the power high. To stop the hey Mr. Who, hey pile of stuff. To stop the MCU from cutting out when I switch the FET power. It's a bit of a spike. Okay, I need to stick the Tiny on. Johnny, don't you feel bad calling pile of stuff pile? I mean, really. I should reuse these chips from other boards. I should hot air them off and reuse them because they're in short supply. Let me tell you. Okay, 1606. Okay, so that's the MCU. Not very straight. But that'll do. Okay. Now I should probably put all of the caps on and then do the LEDs last. That's probably a good idea. And I also need to put a resistor on. Just a small current limiting resistor on the data in for the LEDs. There's that one here. No, that's off camera. Whoops, sorry folks. I need to be more careful. What you see in the camera is different to what I see through my lenses. Should call him Stuff. Yeah, I think Stuff's better. Pile. We can call him POS. Piece of... No, let's not do that. Let's not go there. Okay, this is 0.1. Oh, tweezers. I'm almost ready to get to use my next pair of tweezers. See that? Oh, that is so frustrating. So frustrating. Okay. It's going to happen a lot, I reckon. Oh, that is my alarm to tell me to take my medication. Okay, don't matter. I'll skip it. I wouldn't be the first to call you that. That's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. So I've only put, look at the rest of these boards, I've only put 2 decoupling caps per digit. Yes, you're supposed to stick 1 per LED because there's an IC inside the LED. But you know what? Forget about it. I've got good power distribution throughout the whole board, so I'm not overly worried. And the clock seemed to work pretty well. This has got 2 LEDs more than the clock, because the clock had this many digits but 2 columns, which is 4 LEDs. But this has 6 digits with 6 periods, so 2 more LEDs. Excuse me. Hey Frank. Also click, don't have to worry about clicking like, Johnny. I'm probably going to delete this afterwards anyway, when things don't work. Okay. And I reckon these are going to, because the paste is not very room temperature, it's not going to reflow so well, I don't think. So I reckon there's going to be quite a bit of rework on these caps. The LEDs are generally fine, but I guess we'll see. So much for resting. Well, thanks Frank. I can't rest, so when I lie down it's worse, right? Like, it hurts my head, my throat, and my sinuses even more when I'm lying down. And I was resting, like I was just coding it. Like, define resting. Like, if I can't lie in bed, then I'm sitting or doing something. I can't just sit there and do nothing. And this is kind of relaxing for me. Except for the head pounding and the stress of doing this live, you know. Oh, off camera, the chat's in the way. Okay, so I think that's all the caps. Is that all the caps? Or did I just push that? No, I didn't. Okay, good. So, LED time. LED time! Woo! Sorry. I wonder if I can turn my monitor around a bit so you can see me a bit more when I'm working. We'll try that. Hey Chris. Well, that's why I'm streaming, because John wasn't. I would normally never stream on a Sunday. But like I said to Yaz, I'm going to come out and build some boards. And then I said to her, actually, John's not streaming. I might just hit the stream button. She looked at me like I was a bit loony. Not bit loony. A bit loony, like lunatic. Okay, you can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm dumping a whole bunch of... Okay, there you go. A whole bunch of LEDs. Now, I've got to remember, they're all down, 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 and up, 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 up. They're all down. Just need some menthol in your flux. In my own flux, in my own menthol. Okay, I'm just going to triple check on one of these boards to make sure that I am going the correct way. Because you can't easily see pin 1. Okay. That's 1. We need Paul the Count. Or Mike. Thankfully, I'll be pick and placing these. So if these work, I'm going to order production boards. I'm going to have to make custom panels, which sucks. But it'll improve the way I need to clean them. And I'm going to start making these. And of course, I have to finish the firmware, which is going to take a bit of work. But I'm pretty excited by it. So, hey Chris. Neti pot. What? What is neti pot? I don't know what that means. Gotta say, my hands are not so steady today. Can everyone hear me okay? The microphone's pretty far away. Cleans the sinus and nose. What flux? I'll tell you what is not good for your nose and sinus is spray paint. So when your nose is blocked and you can't breathe through your nose and you can only breathe through your mouth and you're spray painting, that is bad. Very, very bad combination. I just thought I'd share that. Yeah. I'm speaking from first-hand experience. Just don't do it. Okay, they're all the ups, and now the rest. Oh no, there's one more up, which is the period. Okay, now the downs. What am I missing? Turn on some hot water and breathe in this. Yeah, well, I don't want to do that on stream though. That could be bad. Okay, these ones are upside down. I could have made them all the same way around, but this was much easier to route. And as I said, I don't plan. Look, I'm hand assembling more of these than I'd planned. I thought I was going to get it right the first time. Ha, idiot. But I'm not going to be hand assembling them. And my pick and place really never complains about having to rotate parts, so. Which is kind of nice. I'm glad I decided to only do one of these boards today though. I mean, if this works, then the clock will work. Because the clock already works. So, 1 digit. Whoa! How good is that? Oh, 5 more to go. Oh. Hey, if anyone's watching and they're lurking and they're not saying, like they haven't said anything in chat, just say hello in chat. We're generally a bunch of nice people. Generally. There's a few exceptions. No, I'm just kidding. So, feel free to pop in and say hello. Introduce yourself. Hello in chat. Oh, very funny. David, very funny. I didn't do a roll call today. Sorry. So, did everyone see Stephen Hoare's video? He's got his index machines business. They got the first product, which is the metal plate for the index. I think it's really cool that he's selling those, because they would be quite a difficult thing for individuals to source a one-off themselves. But I can't imagine how much that costs to ship them. I mean, they're solid steel, aren't they? They'd be super heavy, quite big, and they'd need to be really well bubble wrapped to not get damaged and dented and scratched. Like, I couldn't imagine how much it would cost for him to ship that. Not that I'm buying an index or making an index, but to ship that to Australia, like, that would be horrific. But good on him. I think it's pretty cool. Mr. Who wants to build one only for fun? Hey, Dodgy. Hey, human-powered bicycle. Very hot, 40 degrees. Wait, is that 40 degrees centigrade or Fahrenheit? That'd be really cold, wouldn't it? Yeah, look, I'll be honest, I don't really, I'm not going to make one. Obviously I don't need one, but I'm not really even enthused about having made my own pick and place machine. Having experienced 4 different machines now, I really don't want to build my own. Like, I don't know what I'd do with it, so there are other mechanical things I'd rather build, assuming I ever learned how. Pick and place is definitely not one of them. Ew, that's hot. Yes. Okay, yeah, 40 is hot. 40 centigrade is hot. No doubt. We frequently get hotter than that here in Australia in summer. But yes, it is hot and uncomfortable. Hope you got air conditioning. I think you messed with a P&P enough for a lifetime. I have. I mean, my curiosity about how they worked and how they could be refined and improved got literally shat on a long time ago. I'm just not interested at all. At all. It's just a tool. I just need it to work. Do the right thing. I definitely want to expand my production line, though. I really want to get a fully automatic stencil printer, but I cannot fit one in. Even if I could justify the price. 10 degrees for you. I don't know what it is outside. Like, as I said, it's sunny. It looks sunny, like it's bright, but it's freezing. So it's an absolute tease. I don't know what it's like in Adelaide at the moment, though. What did I miss? You don't have AC? Jeff doesn't have AC. So, man's best invention, as far as I'm concerned, is air conditioning. Without a doubt. Like the wheel, nah. Air conditioning is man's best invention. Like you can make fire to get warm, but you can't make something to get cool. Just saying. Yeah, humidity is what makes it uncomfortable. But yeah. Okay, I need to mute. Tissue box, apologise. Just quickly, don't know if you can see on the couch. No, chair's in the way. There. I got the rest of the stuff that I was waiting for. Noisy. For my optical inspection frame build. Not that I even know what I'm doing yet. Haven't designed it. Kind of. But yeah, I've got the rest of the stuff that I need, so I can start assembling that. And I would have already done it already if I wasn't so feeling guilty about not doing it in a video or on a stream. But the truth is, the idea I've got for optical inspection really won't work in my workflow properly, or at all actually. I've got no way of intercepting the exit from the pick and place machine on the current conveyor to stop it, to inspect it, to then interrupt that whole process or to let it continue. I'd have to design my own conveyor that adhered to the communications protocols of the pick and place machine, but that also had enough smarts to stop itself, and that's a massive undertaking. It's 2020 extrusion. No, they were 250. There's different sizes. There's all different things. Cap on the third digit looks a little crooked. Yeah, but oops, I just knocked it. You'd hope surface tension would fix that. So the paste isn't very tacky, right? As I said, because it wasn't up to room temperature, and it's probably getting a bit old now. But I don't really use low temp anymore. But I'm using it for this prototype. The production boards will have high temp paste. I'm using it for the prototype in case I need to hot air it. I don't want to destroy LEDs and have to pull them off again. What was I going to say? Yeah, so my optical inspection idea really is just an opportunity to play with OpenCV and learn more about the vision system and stuff like that, right? I don't believe it's going to be a useful tool for me. But it'll be fun if I ever find the time. And that is one thing that is fleeting. Feel free to start singing. Smemma. What is smemma? (13°C) with a light rain in Adelaide. Oh, okay. What's this plus? What do we... Catch you later, Mr. Who. Wow, that's really late. 3:15. Why are people plussing? What have I missed? What? Can you current PCB software have 2 plus of the same source of LEDs on reels to speed up placement for a board like this? Absolutely. I could put 4 reels if I wanted to. But it's a pretty fast pick and place machine. So, how many do I really have to be making an hour, right? The truth is, I've only got a few hundred MCUs. I can only make probably 250 boards. So I could easily assemble 250 boards in a day on the pick and place machine. So do I really need to optimize it? But yes, the answer is yes. Yes. The downside to doing that, though, is I'm taking parts off the pick and place machine that are already calibrated for other boards. So, I don't generally set up the pick and place machine for a large run of one board type and then sit there manufacturing one board type for ages. I will generally, when I've got a whole bunch of boards to make, I will generally pick and place 2 or 3 different board designs in one day. Hey Gerald, 42. But I'm pretty sure it's Jerry. If not, well, you're just another person I've offended today. Get in line. It is a counter. Now you got time warp stuck in your head? Good, I'm glad someone picked that reference. I wasn't sure anyone would. Well done, Dodgy. Well done. Give the man a cigar. Actually, no cigars. Politically incorrect these days, smoking. Give the man a COVID vaccine. Oh wait, that's also politically incorrect, isn't it? Wow, can't win at all. Yeah, it is, but it is Jerry though, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's Jerry. Jerry's good anyway. Well, I'm just going to call you whatever I feel like it. Whatever I feel like it? Wow, I can't even speak English. I'm going to have to get myself some throat lozenges in a few minutes, boys and girls, because my throat is sore. But I'm determined to get this finished on stream. Well, halfway. 3 down, 3 to go. Good one, Johnny. Yeah, Yaz got her second Pfizer yesterday. Friday. Was it Friday? And yeah, she's not well. Well, she's not well anyway. She's sick. Well, we're all sick, right? But her arm, it looked terrible. I'm getting my second AZ in August. So I'm just getting more LEDs. More LEDs. Okay. It's very quiet in here. I just thought I'd mention that. Okay. I think David stopped counting a while ago. That's okay. So it's interesting that Adafruit have now moved all their Seesaw product line over to, they were using Sam 9s, but they can't get them anymore. Even though they've got stacks of them in stock, they're going to run out, right? So I actually meant on a stream ages ago that they were doing, when they were talking about it, I mentioned that the Tinys, and at that time Limor dismissed it because she hadn't really looked at them and she thought that they weren't really appropriate, but they've actually settled on the Tinys as well to replace their Seesaw product, which is their I2C controller chip custom firmware that lets them create I2C devices like I'm doing with this. They were able to use a smaller chip, the 806 on the 816, 817. Unfortunately, I can't because of the number of LEDs. That's why I had to go for a bigger one. If you remember correctly, I originally had some 406s here, but not enough memory inside them. Need to have enough memory to be able to address all of these LEDs at once. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then Core Electronics are also building some boards, and they're going to use theirs as well. They're going to have Tinys on them to act as the I2C device. And of course, all three of us are going to have completely different firmware. But that's okay. I was looking at the Seesaw firmware actually thinking, well, maybe I could leverage that to make it more compatible. But they've got so much other stuff tied into theirs that I don't need. So it probably just makes sense to continue rolling my own. Okay, that's number 4. Okay, another crooked cap. So yeah, there's no, you can't buy any Tinys anymore. So I think I've got 300 of these, which means I can make 300 boards of something. I can make 150 clocks and 150 counters. I've still got my tiny digit, which, I've shelved it for now because I don't have any MCUs for them. So if these boards prove popular, that's going to suck because I've only got a limited number I can make. And I keep looking all the time to see if anyone's got new chips, and it's all 2022. March, April, July 2022 is when people are going to have the chips back in stock again. That is insane. Is it mandatory anyway? What are we talking about? Right, we're talking vaccines. Yeah, if Dodgy, if you're unwell and having the vaccine is going to complicate your health, complicate, that's not the word I'm looking for. What's the compromise? It can potentially compromise your health. That's fine. No problem. No problem at all. It's to be honest, it's the people that aren't in that situation that just don't want to have them through whatever reason, misinformation, fear, whatever. Then that's unfair. Like, that's really, in my mind. But yeah, I get it's a personal choice thing, but it's the same. The people that walk around now, like we're supposed to all be wearing masks in Melbourne when we're indoor, and there's always people that aren't wearing masks, right? And you don't know their circumstance. Once you get over the initial being pissed off that person's walking around without a mask on, their circumstance might be that, whatever, they can't wear one for whatever reason. All good. We first on the list to buy a coupe. What are we talking about now? We're talking about cars now. Yeah, the people that are misinformed or that are just gullible or selfish, that pisses me off too. That's just going to slow down us moving out of all these lockdown cycles. To all the people that believe they can stick things to themselves magnetically after the vaccine. Jesus. Anyway. As I said on my stream a couple of weeks ago when I got my first jab, my 5G reception now is fantastic. Better than ever was. I should count the LEDs out. How do you know to place LEDs on the board? Because I designed the board, so I know which way they need to go. And because I've made a few of them. So I made each digit half. So these following my tweezers, right? These are all, let's call it up, right? Polarity up. So all these ones here, all the way down here and across are up, and these ones are down from a routing point of view. So there's only two different directions. And other than being silly, it's really hard to make a mistake. I did on my last stream though, I wasn't paying attention. I'll check them all again before I obviously reflow it. But yeah, it can only be one of two ways. And all the digits are the same. They're all duplicates of each other. So I did that by design. And as I said, I could have made them all the right way around, but it would have just made it much harder to route. Like, considerably harder to route. Okay, one more. Woo! One more. Hey, Cheetah Kid. Hey, DIY in the ghetto. Okay, I'm not going to have enough LEDs. I have to pull some more out. But here we go. Last run. Last run, and then I need to get some throat lozenges. Okay. I do actually enjoy this, as I said. When my hands are feeling steady, I enjoy placing components. Okay, who can count? Wait, not yet. Okay, I'm about to place the last one I've got out. Who can count how many I've got left the quickest? How many more do I need to get out? Quick, who's the winner? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh, don't do that. It's the last digit, but... Johnny says 13. Johnny is correct, and he was the first. So he's the only one paying attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. Okay. Wow, it's the only one that answered. Is the diode in the center of the component? For the LEDs, well, there's 3 diodes. Because they're RGB. And they're not really in the center. No. But the whole face lights up, so it's not too bad. I don't think there are any LEDs that actually have the diodes right in the center. Johnny won. What does Johnny win? What are we gonna send Johnny? A bin of used masks. Sorry. I can't even follow the conversation. Like, I'd have to stop and read back through it all. I saw something about masks and biting you in that chat just then. When I was looking for answers for the question, for the meaning of life, is what I was looking for. I'm going to reflow this in my toaster oven, in my Reflow Master. It's funny, I tweeted yesterday, like, I ran out of Reflow Masters again. It's fine. I'm making more. But, like, who's got components to reflow that they need Reflow Masters? I don't understand. If there are people out there that have components, where are you getting them from? Okay, so let's quickly check them all. Johnny's already in bed. I'm already in bed. This is my bed. Okay, up, 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 down, 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 down. First digit's good. Or the last digit, I should say. Up, up. Okay, up, 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 up. Up, down, down, down. Down, 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 down. Up, 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 up. Yep. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 down, down, down. Excellent. Up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 down, down. Okay, last one. Down, down, and up. It's good. We're good. Okay. OCD much? No, they need to be right. Oh, you mean the adjusting them? Well, that's okay. Come on. Okay, I'm going to go stick it in the toaster oven. Okay. Except I need to change the paste. Okay, reflow. Wow, 7 degrees in the toaster oven. 7 degrees. With 50 pairs of eyes on you, you could have just passed it by the camera and let everyone else check it for you. That is true. I could have done that, but you know what? I need to be confident myself. Need to be confident myself. Okay, now that's really weird. I need to adjust that, and I need to put the heater on because it's getting cold in here. And boy, is my desk a mess. Oh boy. 3:34 and there's a drunk youngster screaming in the street. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna get it to light up. I am. Got no firmware on it, but sure. I'm gonna have to. Wow, mess. Where is my programmer? I need to find. Wow, seriously. Pig-sty, my desk. Okay, good. So I've got my, okay. I'll leave the microscope just for a few minutes. Okay, reflow started. While, let's cut it off. Just so we can check it when it comes back out. So you get to see what state it's in. It's going to need some rework. As I said, the low temp paste doesn't have very good surface tension pull, so usually those caps don't reflow very well. I'll have to fix those. Hey Blaine, have I got any toys? I have got some toys. Hang on. Ugh. Well, it depends what you call toys. So some toys that I've got are, I finally got a Pico Planet. Oh, where'd I put it? Or did it fall? I got one of Bleep Track's Pico Planets, and I don't know where I put it. Here it is. Not even opened it yet. So, wow, that looks good. One of the black ones. So that's one of Bleep Track's Pico Planet. It took almost 3 months to get to me by post. Wow. So yeah, I got that, and I bought myself, finally, not that I'm making many videos, a remote trigger and focus for my camera, my Lumix G7. So that's a toy, I guess. That's pretty cool. But yeah, like I'm being kind of careful with my spending at the moment. Like when I say I'm buying toys, it's really just lots of Raspberry Pis and cameras and all sorts of things. Yeah, nothing overly exciting. I still haven't put my my MMU multi-material thing on my printer. And as you can see, printing more Reflow Master cases. Okay, that's still going. I did it on a long cycle to give the paste a chance. So I got my programmer out, except I need to find that extension cable. Oh, dare tell message. Oh, I've got a delivery coming today on a Sunday. That's exciting. And although there's a production problem with them, but I actually got my production panels of my Explorer shields, so I can technically start making them. But JLC PCB messed up the solder mask again. Mate. That's about to bing, bing ding. Okay. It's going to run its cycle to cool down. I can also show you something else in a moment once I switch cameras back again. That all PCBs free PCB. Did you actually try it? Did you do it? I don't know. I mean, I didn't use it, so the beep sounds like coming from inside your place. It's got to be loud. It's got to be loud. Yeah, like for one board, it's no point me warming up the IN6. I mean, the amount of power, the amount of current it sucks is insane. Like it's just not worth it. Yeah. So for a single board, it's stick in the oven, in the toaster oven, which is why I still got it. Although ideally that would be over here, so I can get to it on a stream. But you know, I need to rearrange my office better. Okay, where are my pliers? Oh, look at that, in my drawer. Where they should be. Okay. And here comes the board. I should have switched to microscope already. Sorry. I'll do that now. I don't know if it's going to focus. I'll have to put it back to manual focus. I mean autofocus. But it might not work because of how close it is. Oh, maybe. Okay, lock it. Lock it. Closing this thing's a real pain. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, except I can't focus. That's annoying. Okay, so I think that maybe looks okay. The FET. I think the FET's okay. It's a bit of an angle. And that's not a bit of an angle, but I think it's okay. So yeah, you can see the surface tension doesn't work great, but that's soldered. I think it'll be okay. Okay, so apart from neatness, it doesn't need any rework, I don't think. Maybe this spot right here. It's hard to know. I might just give it a quick touch with the hot air anyway, just in case. The reason I don't leave the camera on autofocus is because it keeps jumping in and out all the time. Well, I need the FET to be right, otherwise it's going to not allow me to turn the LEDs on and off. So let's do that just quickly. Let's give it a bit of a touch. Except I can't see because I didn't focus my eyepiece again. I'll just do the one eye. No, I won't. I'll do both eyes. Okay. bit of I think the flux is drying out on this paste. Hey, Tabletronics. Okay, so let's just cool this down again. Up on there, I'm going to switch cameras, and then I have to find where my extension cable is for that programming board. Okay, camera switch, and I need to get some lozenges. The resistor is too close to the hole. Screw head will mush them. No, I measured. I think they're okay. It's a 2.5. And hang on, I'll go get a. Oh, I also just realised that I'm going to need to put some headers on the back of this. Gonna need some headers, but yeah. So if I gotta switch cameras. Switch cameras, then I'll show you. Okay. I'm still here. I just need to do this stupid thing every time. For now. Okay, so zoom in it just a bit. So it doesn't touch. It sits. I mean, it's close, but it doesn't touch. There's no gap from it, unless you're using a really broad head screw. But I will probably supply these with some type of, you know, or maybe as an optional extra, a front plate out of the smoky acrylic, like out of this stuff, right? It'll come with a front plate, maybe with some screws. I haven't decided yet, so I think that's okay. But yes, I need to put headers on. And I'm going to go get a throat lozenge. So, folks, I'm going to go back in a moment. I'm not going to make any coffee, but there's an opportunity for you folks to go to the bathroom if they want to. I'm going to go get myself some throat lozenges and be back shortly if I can find where my coffee break thing is. Here it is. Okay, back soon. Okay, I'm back. Get myself some Difflam Plus berry flavoured. So I apologise how that sounds, me sucking on one of these, but it's either that or I have to stop streaming because my throat is sore. So I need to, every time anyway, so what I need to do now, if I can find my previous hack job board on my ridiculously messy desk. Seriously. I should be ashamed. I am ashamed. I'm glad you can't see it. Is that it? Yep. Okay. So this was my other hack job of my clock. Remember where I had to hack the FET on? Pretty bad. So to actually program it, I need to stick headers on. Like this. I need to solder some headers on. And I guess ideally a quick connector to talk to it. But I'm not going to do that now. I just want to at least make sure the LEDs are working. Yeah, sponsored by Difflam. I wish it was sponsored by Difflam. That'd be good. That'd be really good. Okay. And these have just got hassle on them. My production boards won't have hassle, but for prototypes, yeah, it's not worth doing anything else. So I need headers. I need 4 pins. I must have some header pins lying around somewhere. Look at that. It's a thing full of 4-pin male headers. There you go. Except I'm going to have to move back to the soldering iron. Back to here again. Yeah, so this is, obviously my production boards will go on a jig and it'll flash the firmware on just using pogos here. These are 2.54mm spacing, as you can see. But for now, I'm just doing this, soldering them on, so I can plug my programmer in, which is this guy. So I need to do that now. I'm going to have to go over here again, I'm sorry. What is the I2C address of the display? Undecided. Right now it's 3, but there are address jumpers at the back that you'll be able to set up to 9, or technically I guess 10 different addresses to make sure you don't get a conflict. Iron on. Sorry I'm not on camera, and I'm sorry I don't have a good camera to show you this. Do I have a 4-pin clamp? I don't. I've seen those, but I couldn't clamp it. Like, I'd have to clamp on the other side anyway, which wouldn't be great. So that's okay. I can always solder these off again, right? That is not in my camera view. That is really annoying. Here's my tweezers. Sorry, won't be a moment, folks. I'm just fighting with holding the still, as you do. That is really badly done. Really badly done. Why don't us smart guys have self-tracking cameras? Because they'd be expensive and they'd be a project all on their own. If that makes sense. Like, yeah, okay, this is not straight, but it's fine. It'll do for now. It's actually really quite ugly. Really quite ugly. But it's okay. So DSLR, here we go. That's pretty ugly. But it doesn't matter. So, see, not straight at all. Now, I need to find the extension cable for this. That's the problem. I don't know why people make programmer boards that have an A connector like this on it. Because, oh, is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Yay! Because that's great if you want to plug it into a laptop or something, but how do I plug that into my computer and get access to it? So I've got this really old Apple extension cable, USB-A extension. So that goes there, and then I can plug this into my computer. Okay. So we now have power. So this is not going to do anything when I plug it in. I might just turn it off, unplug at the moment. And I'm going to wire it up. So when I plug the power in, it won't do anything right now. I have to remember the order. Ground, VDD. Yeah, okay, so it is brown and red and orange and yellow. Orange is for the UPDI and yellow is serial out. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom that out a bit. So if I plug this in, it'll go up in smoke or nothing will happen. Okay, no smoke and nothing happens. Okay, well that's good. So now I need to open up the Arduino IDE. I could. This was all supposed to be temporary, like really temporary. Now, where's my... I'm going to put on my I2C... This is... The code I'm going to show you now is absolutely not anything to do with... hang on. Tidying up my desktop, as you do, because it's a pigsty. Okay. My desktop is in my computer desktop. My actual desk is terrible. Okay. So this is my demo clock code. This is not the I2C receiver code. This is just code that runs instead. There's a bunch of all sorts of stuff, different digits, whatever. I want to just this is designed to not run off I2C, if that makes sense. Now this is going to try to display the time, and it'll every 10 seconds it'll turn the LEDs off and back on again. The problem is that it's looking like it's got colons in the middle. Oh, interesting. My board's disappeared. And this board doesn't have colons in the middle. So the first two digits should be right. There should be zeros, and the rest of the digits will be completely screwed up. But that's okay. As long as we can get something lighting, that's all we want to start with. And then I can go and fix the code and make it do something else. You are 20 megahertz, 1606. Why is that not picking up my ports? Interesting. Now, wait, I want macros, millis, macros, no. RTC, no macros. Ports. Now it's picked it up. Now I don't know which. There's two different ports on here. I don't know which one is which. Why have I lost my? Oh, that's annoying. Hang on. I lost all my windows. Hey, Mike. I lost my chat and my stream details just then. So I'm just bringing them back up again. Sorry. Right. Wasn't in time for that one. One moment. Okay. Oh. Use bull. What? Who? What? Wait. See, I missed a whole bunch of chat because I didn't realize it wasn't open. So, try that again. So what port do I think it is? Oh, my head is killing me. Okay, let's try. It's either this one or this one. I guess we'll soon find out. Let's just try flashing it. Excuse me. I didn't paint the wall green. No, I didn't. Okay, that's looking good. That's the right port. Sorry. Very sorry. Okay, see? So it is messing up the digits because, see the flashing ones? But it's working. And then every 10 seconds the power gets turned off. That is awesome. So. Let's, let's modify the code a bit, shall we? But it is working. Whichever one you pick, it's always the other one. Yeah. Hey, James. If you expect to get feeling better fast, you need to get some Mucinex DM. I don't know what that is. I'm pretty drugged up. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be streaming right now. Trust me. I don't even remember any of this code, but that's okay. As I said, this is just this is not the code. Right. Sorry. Super segments. Extra pixels for colon. I don't want that. I want if extra pixels. I don't want that. Catch you later, Johnny. Go have some sleep. Go get some sleep, mate. Just read the comments in the code. Oh wait, yeah, this is hacked code. This is the code that you're seeing right now has nothing to do with the final product. It was me. There's all sorts of stuff in here. It was me experimenting with receiving I2C stuff and bytes. It was me playing around with auto addressing. It was me playing around with different commands, right, of how to, like, I played around with different enums for different types of commands, and then it's me just in a loop doing stuff, right? This is just hacking, mucking around code, right? Otherwise, what I'd have to do is flash the board with the I2C receiver code, which isn't ready yet, and then flash another board with the actual control code, and then connect the two together with through the I2C bus. And I don't want to do that. Not right now, right? By the way, the nice small OLED or TFT display on the orange board. Do you have product on the orange board? What? What are you talking about? The orange board. Sorry. Did you mean my test jig? The red board? This one? I guess it might look like orange. This perf code looks. This doesn't ST 7735 display. I don't have a product code for you. Sorry. The 160 by 80. Yeah, good luck getting screens at the moment. Unobtainium. There's no product code for them. You just need to go to AliExpress. All DIY is going. Catch you later. Thanks, Mike. Oh, sorry. Okay, anyway, so back to this code. It's really just, yeah. Except I've got no support in this for the digits. This assembly looks weird. No, it's MicroPython. Don't you know MicroPython? And then the extra bit. So for now, I just want to turn the extra bit off on every digit. Flash colon equals false. Okay, so that should stop the flashing and should get all the numbers right, hopefully. Maybe. So we'll see. Okay, that's kind of better. Why is it missing a digit? It's missing that LED. I wonder if that LED is bad. I think that LED is bad. Okay, that's interesting. This is COBOL. Okay, I'm going to unplug it and check out what's happening with that LED, shall we? Because that LED should be lighting and it's not. Unless I have. Okay, let me just hot air it a bit. Sorry, and again, can't see what I'm doing. It could be a dead LED, I guess. Haven't had a dead one of these yet. Could have been some bad pasting that I didn't notice. What I should do is put all the periods on to make sure that they're also working. Well, looks like there's right paste. I'm going to take the LED off and put a different one on. I've got a spare here somewhere. Which way? Up. Oh shit, I just threw it. Oh, with my tweezers. Where is it? Right, there it is. Squeeze too hard with it. And again! Squeeze too hard with the tweezers. And they go flying. They're pretty small. Okay, I've transplanted one. Do I have an all LED? Oh, I don't have an anything, Mike. Not yet. No, not yet. But I can do that quite easily. And I'll show you how. Because at the place where it's displaying the clock right now, I can just tell it to display. I turn that off. I can just tell it to display 888888. Okay, let's plug this back in. So that'll be everything on, right? Okay. And that's how they should be bunched. Grounded on that side. Okay, so let's now upload this. So this should have everything on, including the periods. I don't have to do the decimal. I don't have to do the period. That's separate. My code will support that when I... No, I didn't forget the dots. Oh, yep, forget the dots. What? Yep, what? Okay, that's still not working. And that period is not working. Hang on, 1, 2. Right, I know why. This is code. A code issue. Why? Number of pixels is not 130, it's 132. This has got 2 more than the call, than the clock. That's why. The LED was fine. Had I have checked the periods first, I've got DuPont 4x4. Yes, I can swap that out. Yeah, I will. Okay, just for you, Mike. There you go. There was nothing wrong with the LED. Okay, so they're all turned on. They all work. Now I'm going to find my box of DuPont headers. Here we go. Do I have a 4? One, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I have a 4. See, you made me do it. Well, actually, that's going to get unplugged. Oh, now I'm going to do this. This is going to be a pain. I mean, this was just fine. It was just working, but, you know, I can't even see what I'm doing. Oh, come on. Whose idea was to do this now, Mike? Why won't this unclip? Ah, forget it. I'm not doing it now. That was annoying. Thanks, Mike. Not doing it now. Okay, let's put it back. Okay, so I normally use these as fine, but I can't see what I'm doing with these glasses, and it's to get under the camera. It's like that far away from my face, right? I can't see. Catch you later, Quindor. Take care. Go get some Z's. Anyway, so now, of course, this can actually say text as well, right? Say text. God. Oops, I forgot to change. I can say, hello. Hello, what? Hello. Can't. Hello, 0. Which will be the same, right? Hello, Mike. Yeah, it's 6 digits. Shell oil. Oh yeah, boobless. There you go. Hello, but I've got all the decimal points on because the code will have to support that, right? So the idea would be that you'd, yeah, like what was written before, you'd, you know, hello, full stop. It'll detect the full stop in the string and then turn that bit on or off. But I haven't written any of that code yet. And I did a space, which is silly because I did 7 characters. But yeah, it's working. So, excuse me. Is there a better source for that crazy LED acrylic than Adafruit? I don't use that one. I just use this. It's just tinted on both sides. It's not like I don't think it's the same as theirs, but it works really well. I don't know, I'm quite happy with this. So yeah, this is the counter. This is the one that's designed to be a numerical display, not a clock. So, as you can see, cycling the power turns it off, turns all the LEDs off, which is great. So I've got power control on it, which worked. You saw that with the flashing clock before. Actually, I should be able to do that now. It just won't do the colons, obviously, and I'm going to set these to false. So this should now do that counting thing. Is it really that cool? I don't know. I couldn't see how it was really any different to what I was using already. Okay, programming. Hey, Christian. Who is the other streaming Aussie? Oh yeah, all letters that's available on a 7-segment display. Sure. Yeah. So when that turns off, that's me every 10 seconds. If you just look here, just again, just test code, right? I say if the flash count is 10, so it's a high side switch, right? So power high turns it off, and then power on turns it back on again, right? So I'm physically turning the power off to the whole power plane that drives those LEDs. And I'm not setting it to a clear or anything, and I could look at doing that. So I don't know whether they need, like, if there's going to be any like any leakage current through the data, but it shouldn't be. So that means that for people that have got one of these plugged in that are running off battery and they don't want it displaying all the time, whenever they want it to turn off, so they can cut all the power to it, which will make it not chew quiescent current per LED. 132 LEDs of roughly 600 to 800 microamps each is a lot of current to pull out of the battery when you don't want to display anything on the screen. One second, sorry. I think I'm running out of... Oh, Scott's a New Zealander. Careful, don't call him an Aussie. Scott's from New Zealand. That's why I was asking which other Aussie. Do I have a thermal camera in the shop? I don't have a thermal camera, but this is not... No, I mean, I can get my DMM, and then I'm going to have to wrap it up, folks. My throat is killing me. Yeah. Here is a DMM. Okay, so apparently the probe thinks there's 21 ambient in the room right now, which sounds about right. So if I touch one of these LEDs, hang on, you can't see. Okay, it's 21, just to make sure it's working. 22. If I breathe on it, right, it's going up. So if I just touch one of these LEDs, right, I want one that's always on. Hang on. Okay. Other than that flash. I mean, that's nothing. No heat. I misspelled whiskey. What? Yeah, I wouldn't worry about heat. You need one of John's, yeah, his wireless ones. That'd be cool. His adapter. He said I would have made it with a tiny Pico, but that's just me, you know. Anyway, so that's the counter. It's the first version of the counter I have working. Yay! And I have to build the clock to make sure that works. I'll do that at another time. But that is cool. So now I can focus on firmware. So I'm going to need to stick stem connectors on the back of it, connect it to my like a Feather S2, and then be writing firmware for the Tiny on the board while I'm writing a library on the other side to talk to it, right? And you just be sending bytes. It's just I2C, right? So you'd send a command with some data or a command with nothing. So it could be the command could be, you know, let's say, I don't know yet, right? But byte 00 could be the power byte for the command, and then so you pass it 00, comma 00 is off and 01 is on to turn the power on and off, right? Command 2 could be the color animation thing, right? So command 2 could like command 01, comma whatever, right? Single color red, single color blue, single color green, rainbow, whatever, blah blah blah. I just need to build a library, like an API of all the different commands, which is what I started doing kind of up here. Started tinkering with the different commands, right? But this wasn't very well thought out, right? Like this is before I had a power FET on here, right? So there was a start and a stop, which it still might have, but I had no ability for power on and off. There'll be different things for scrolling text, so if you wanted to make it say more than whatever. I need to come up with a really thorough set of commands for all the different types of visuals you want to do with it. And, I mean, there's a whole bunch of... These are all the characters you can do. And there's upper and lowercase versions of them. I mean, all the keys are lower, but that's okay. So I'll have a little a and a big A. Not that there really is. Little n, big N. Some you can't do, and some you can. I haven't set up all of the alphas yet. Or I might just do them all uppercase, I think. Hello, Ian. DST, perhaps. Who, what, where? Yeah, New Zealand lives more in the future. We think of them as our overseas cousins. They think of us as scumbags. But that's okay. So anyway, lots of coding to do. Yeah, 12:26 here. I think it's time for me to... I don't know what I'm going to do. But I got to stop streaming. My throat's killing me. Thank you all for joining. It was impromptu. I might keep this live. I might not. I don't know. I was planning a video for this weekend to come out yesterday, but I'm too sick. I can't do it. There's nothing left on Netflix for me to watch that I haven't already watched. I've watched it all. There's nothing left. I need more stuff on Netflix. Max panel size. You mean max PCB size? Or max panel size? You don't get panels for $2. You get a PCB. But it's got to be within 100 by 100, I think, to get you $2. Or they start. But it doesn't go up much. Maybe $4 or something. I don't know. Want a Plex server? Yeah, no, look, I'm okay. I'm okay. There's Disney Plus. We've got access to everything. Prime, Disney, Apple TV, as in Apple TV Plus, Netflix, the works. Our kids are so good. You can do. I think you can do maybe 120 by 120 for the $2, and then it goes up to $4 if you go a bit bigger. That's a pretty big PCB. Yeah. Stan. Yes, Yaz actually has a subscription to Stan. I believe she does. Yes. Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you. I'm glad this works. I can finally get production boards made. that's super exciting, and looking forward to getting back on the test jig stuff as well. So it's all lots of coding ahead of me, lots of coding, but it's all coming together. Lick road clean with tongue. Who? Not me. You can. I'm not. Thank you. Okay. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for joining. Catch you later.